y'all? It's EJ. We back with another Barbershop Talk podcast. I got my man Dave.
Yo, what up?
I got Vito, a.k.a. Mike Tice.
Yo, what's going on, baby?
That's what's up, man. Before we hop into it tonight, I wanted to just check in with y'all, man. You know, we ain't done this in a while. I want to check in, see what y'all week's looking like, what your weekend was like.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if you can tell, man. I'm a little slightly hit from this weather, man. I must still think I'm 16 or something. Out here with these kids running around, man. I'm a nose sniffling. I got the sweats and cold and all that, but the grind never stops. So look, man, we here putting in work. I ain't call out. I ain't call in sick. You know what I mean? I'm working 2 jobs still, doing my thing, still taking care of the house. Like, we gotta do what we gotta do, you feel?
That's important, man. You in that 90-day period too. You don't get no days off yet.
Right.
You gotta work for those.
What? Look, and they had me drive a bus today, you know what I mean? Like, they trying to show off. They must be trying to put me through some. They know I like driving. I told them straight up, look, I drive for sports teams, you know what I'm saying?
not for the everyday knucklehead kids.
No way, not for every day. But they know what it is. They got me, but look, it's cool. You know, hey, that's what happened when they throw them benefits in there.
Oh, you say you want life insurance and health insurance and dental? Okay, yeah. How about you get that 7 a.m. shift around the way?
Exactly. But it's all good, man. That's how it go, though. I asked for it, so you know what I mean. It's here, and that's kind of what we used to talk about in our personal time. Sometimes, like, you know, we asked for it, and this what we got. What we asked for. So when you get what you asked for, don't complain then.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
What say you, Stancil?
Well, it's been a good week, man. You know, I don't mean to really steal nobody else's thunder or whatever, but you know, and our little group chat has been popping, man. The boys had some good news this week, so I'm really riding high because you know the boys doing good. So you know, when your team on, it feel like you got on. So it's been a good week. Yeah, it's been a good week for the boys. It's been a good week for me personally. So you know, I can't complain, man. I'm ready for this weekend though.
It's been like a good couple of weeks. Yeah, every week. As Dave would say, man, it's hard being in this group. Every week somebody got a new car, somebody got a new job, somebody got a new house, they got some good news, and so it's definitely hard being in this group. Because I'm thinking now, like, man, I ain't really said nothing too good in a while. I mean, I'm thankful for where I'm at in life, but in terms of the group chat
popping right now. That's all I know. I don't know how y'all group chat's looking, but our group chat popping right now.
Promotions and all types of stuff, man. Look, speaking of good news, I don't know if y'all saw my Facebook post or not, but your boy was on on TV.
Yeah, I seen that. I saw that.
Yeah, I see you on the cheese.
Yeah.
Look, you can see all the way back to my tonsils. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Good gracious.
Yeah.
Look, tell them how they go check it out and all that.
Yeah, look, man. So I'm on BYU TV. You just www.byutv.com. Season 2, Relative Race, episode 5. Go check it out. You know, I've been telling people about it all week, man. I'm excited about it. I even got so excited because I started following the family that I helped that day, and they convinced me to reactivate my Twitter, man. So I got my Twitter back up. So follow me at Mr._Invincible. And that's where you can see I posted it there too. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. So yeah, if you looking for it, hit me up, man. I'll send it to you.
What's the show about though? Like what you
So basically, in a nutshell, I don't want to take too much time talking about it, but in a nutshell, you apply to be on the show, and throughout the show, you complete challenges to meet family members. And so my particular couple, I used to work for Sky Zone. And so they came in and had to do some basketball type drills and stuff like that. And then before they could get the address to their family member's house, they had to complete those tasks within a certain amount of minutes. And so they did that, and I handed them the address. And it just so happened, I ain't gonna give it all away. I'm gonna stop right there. Because if I give it all away, then there's no need for y'all to go watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a fun time. I had never been on TV before outside of like local news. And so, yeah, y'all go check it out, man.
That's what's up, man. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal.
Definitely a big deal. Definitely a big deal. So today, I got a topic. You know, for y'all that don't know, we record on Thursdays and then post out the following Wednesday. And so I've been trying to think all week, and I've been kind of timing it up on how to pick a topic that could make it to the week of Easter and would be relevant the week of Easter. And so based off what I just said, I'm pretty sure y'all can already tell that tonight we're gonna be talking about religion. We haven't touched on it yet. I don't even think we even said anything about religion yet.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna start with an easier topic at first, but I just want to get y'all take on Lent. And I know all three of us grew up in the church, and as they say in the black community, I think Dave is from a different denomination than Vince and myself.
And me, baby. What y'all know about it? Yeah. St. Peter. Shout out St. Peter's. Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to see what y'all thoughts are around it, man. Cause I know where I'm at, but I'm gonna let y'all go first, cause I don't want to persuade y'all one way or another. So y'all go ahead. One of y'all hop on it.
I'm gonna let Brother Vince go ahead and go first. You know he stay in the church, man. So
the Reverend Doctor Bishop Vincent McDuffie.
Matter of fact, I probably should go first because I don't want to follow bro. Because bro gonna come through with some verses for me and everything, and then I can't follow bro.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Word on the street though, Vince ain't been in church. That's what I've been hearing. So I don't know, bro, on a sabbatical or something.
Oh, okay.
Bro on vacation.
Okay, I hear you.
Taking his 40 days at the house.
Hey, do your thing, brother.
See, yeah, man. So yeah, I wouldn't say I took some time off, but I had some reevaluating to do as far as my life. So I had took a couple weeks off, man. But yeah, I'm back strong now. But so Lent to me, now there's like this overall origin of what Lent is, but like you said, different denominations, a lot of people put extra emphasis or take some emphasis off of it. But I won't be no theologian right at this moment. I'll just be a regular human being and tell you what Lent means to me and tell you how I go about it and etc. So for me, when it comes, I think it's a time for me with those 40 days. I think it's a time for me to sacrifice something that I would deem myself needing or see myself using or wanting or craving on an everyday basis or on a frequent basis. So when I sacrifice that, whatever it is, like now I have no shame. This year, it was drinking. Not that I'm an alcoholic or anything, but on the weekends I like to have me a drink. So that's just what it is.
Or two.
Right.
So on the weekends I have me a drink. Maybe on a Tuesday. Just depends on what's going on. So for me, I gave up drinking. I must say it has been a challenge for me because I found myself thinking like, dang, it's Friday night. What am I doing? Like I'm just sitting here like, boy, I ain't gonna do. If I get up with the boys got drinks. If I go to the bar with the boys, they drinking. I'm in there drinking cranberry. Y'all can vouch.
Hey, no lie. The first weekend, we went out and he went up to the bar and ordered a cranberry juice. Everybody looking at him like, yo,
what you doing, man? But hold on, check this for real. Like, no lie, yo. There was a dude, we went out in Raleigh, yo. It was a dude giving out free drinks. You know what I'm saying? Just for being in the spot, really. He worked for Grey Goose or something. Vince gonna turn bro down and get a cranberry juice. Like, bro, what you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about having self-control, though, man. That temptation all around you, and you got enough self-control to with frame from doing all of that.
Yeah, most definitely. And so I commend myself on that as well. And you just gotta be strong. Like I kind of take it serious because It's just 40 days. It's not forever. And then at that time, in that 40 days, I think this is the issue that I don't think a lot of people do. Now, the first part we all do. We'll say we'll give up, candy, sweets, or etc. in that 40 days. But in that 40 days, as you're giving it up, all right, when you feel the temptation coming along, all right, that's the time when you're supposed to be also fasting, praying, all right, and asking God to, direct your steps and any issues you may be facing. So you might be wanting some type of promotion or some job or something. And that time, that's when you fast and pray for things as such. That's the issue. I don't think a lot of people do. We'll do the like part A of it, but I don't think a lot of people do the part B. And for a long time, I was guilty of just part A myself. So I would just give up the drinking, and that would just be it. But in that 40 days, you're supposed to be like going hard, like going ham, like fasting, praying, like for real, for real. So on those Fridays when I'm sitting around looking crazy, I should be reading some scriptures, praying, fasting, getting in my little prayer closet, as they say, and doing my thing. So for me, that's what it is. That's how I treat it, and I go about it as such like that. I mean, like I said, everybody has their own thing, but that's from my upbringing and from what I gathered upon it, because religion is so broad and so out there, but you just have to get your take on it and apply it to your life. So that's how it applied to my life, and yeah, that's that.
What you got, Dave? That's good,
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I agree with Vince in a lot of ways, man. For me, it's about you know, like Vince was saying. First of all, not only giving something up, but you have to give something up of substance. Give something up that really does tempt you. Don't just give up like it would be pointless for me to give up something that I don't really care about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
For you, it'll be
Right.
like shellfish, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
eat no shrimp for
Yeah.
40 days.
Yeah, I don't
Bro,
care
you don't
about
eat shrimp anyway.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay. I think you need to give up something that really tests you. And the
Right.
idea, for me, the idea of Lent is to kind of walk in Jesus' footsteps and get closer,
You're right.
and
Right.
to the sacrifice side of things. So just to learn what that feels like, and like you were saying, in your moments of weakness and in your moments of temptation, to ask to be led down the correct path. I
Right.
think that's really important. It's bigger than just giving something up. And I
Right.
think for like you were saying, a lot of people just give something up and they think, I did it.
Yeah.
Well, you're not really getting out of it what the intention behind it.
Right.
Now,
Right.
um, from in my church, uh, it wasn't really. I'll say it wasn't mandatory. I'll say that we talked about it, but it wasn't like everyone in the church participated in it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So it was kind of in my family we did it. We just it was a non-negotiable, and my mom really spearheaded that. We did it. So I've always participated in Lent, and just personally I gave up chocolate. And y'all can say that's pretty trivial, but if you know me, you know I love a Reese's cup.
Yeah.
And so,
I ain't seen you with none. I didn't know you got that up. I
Yeah.
should have known something was up though.
Yeah, so to give that up, for 40 days, was tough for me, and it can be kind of trivial, or whatever. But you think about it, man. I'm in and out of stores a lot, so
Stores at the office, everybody got candy jars.
yeah. So you just trying to, you see it in your face, and it takes the willpower, and it takes some, really I had to ask for help to not, to not really eat it and that sort of thing. And I think that's what you're supposed to get out of it is just being able to understand your limitations and ask for help and understand what that sacrifice feels like and grow from that. So that's really what I get out of Lent, and that's just kind of what it does for me.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I go on the opposite end. I think overall, I think that's what Lent is supposed to do for you. But I also feel like, and maybe I'm just speaking from a church standpoint, like a corporate fast, if you will, during the 40 days, where they kind of tell you what you can eat and what you can't eat and all of those things. I really feel like a lot of that stuff is antiquated in my opinion. Um, Back in the Bible days, there was no such thing as processed food or mad cow disease or I can't even think of all the things that we have today, like McDonald's and Burger King and fast food and all of those things. Those are the things that we eat and those are the things that we put in our body. Now, while all of us might not put those things in our body, take that Reese's cup for example. That Reese's cup is probably so processed that it's probably causing more damage to your body than good. And while it's hard for you to fight that temptation, I think that in the Bible days you wouldn't have that temptation, and so eating a leaner meat.
But it could be, I could argue that it could be some other food in the Bible days. It could have been wine in the Bible days that would have tempted me. It could have been something else. I mean, they still had temptations, whether that be food or otherwise.
Yeah, I agree that they had the temptations, but I also think that the fasting piece, and I'm just saying, I don't know, I wasn't back there in the Bible days, but I feel like the fasting piece was a little different in terms of, what you could eat, what type of labor you were doing, all of those things. So, say I worked, present day, I work in construction, and my church is asking me to fast for 40 days, and I can't eat meat. Yes, I can survive off not eating meat, but if I've been eating meat for 28 years, and then all of a sudden I'm going cold turkey to fast, I think that's where my issue lies, that some people don't really have that discernment of like doing what's best for them over what the pastor or bishop, whatever the leader of the church is saying. And even if you don't go to church, just what the fast itself represents.
I think that comes down to your interpretation of religion, though. Because, like, for me, and this can be kind of controversial, and I hope I don't lose friends off this, but if I do, it will. I don't think that the Bible is not, I don't take it as a strict interpretation. Like, nobody can tell me, I need it, like, I think you have to, people interpret it, we could all read the same scripture and interpret it 3 different ways.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just think that, so if if the Bible says you need to fast from fish, now you have to look at it like you were saying, fish back then was maybe their main source of food.
Yeah.
So you got to fast. So I would interpret that like, I may interpret that now where like I need to fast from whatever my main source of
chicken or
food.
beef or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I literally can't eat fish. I don't take the Bible as literal as I think some people do. That's just not my interpretation of the Bible. Is word for word. It means that. Because I think you got to update it. I mean, I agree. A lot of ways it is antiquated. So.
And I think our generation, and I hate to always bring it to the generation type thing, or not even our generation, our way of thinking is 10 times different from our parents and people who are what I say Bible toting Baptists or whatever denomination you in, because those are the people who take everything literal. Like everything, if it says fast for 40 days, I gotta fast for 40 days. I can't eat nothing. And I know personally people who have gotten sick because they were trying to keep up a fast that the church was putting on.
See, I just don't think that's realistic. I don't think that's what the Bible or God or anybody intended was to make you get sick behind the fast. I just don't believe that.
No, I agree.
And it's hard for somebody to be able to convince me.
And that's why I think that's what my issue is with the fast. Well, sometimes the fast. Because if you do it, like your 2 examples, I think was good examples. Yeah, it's hard to put that Reese's down or whatever, but it's not going to kill you. You're not going to, be in here in cold sweats.
Yeah.
Because, and so, I don't know. I think that's my issue with religion and the Bible, on a lot of different topics.
Hold on. So let me go back. So you do practice Lent, though?
I'm not practicing this year.
But generally, you practice Lent in the past.
I don't think I practiced for the last 2 years.
And that's because of what?
And
that's because why?
Because I don't think I need a specific time of the year to wait to give up something. Like I feel like for me, if I need to give up something and I won't even say get right with the Lord. If I just need to give up something and get my mind right, I don't need to wait until Lent to do it. So I'm gonna wait every year until Ash Wednesday to say, dang man, I'm so glad Ash Wednesday got here because now I can give up social media because social media been killing me.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, I get your point. I agree with that. But could I also say that it serves as like a built-in reminder, like where you can check yourself and say like, let me look at my life and see man,
what I need to,
maybe I'm indulging too much in this one area. So it's not that you necessarily saying that it serves as like, for lack of a better term, dummy proofing it, where you have to take a look at yourself and say, man, you know what? Man, I drank the last 10 weekends in a row. I saw it like for me, for example. I'm glad Vince brought up drinking. I chilled out on drinking too. It had nothing to do with Lent. But I literally, we were to New Bern for what was the original intention going to New Bern that weekend?
It was my cousin passed away. Terrell was having his gender reveal,
and then
Little Day had a birthday party.
Yeah, so we were taking pics at the birthday party. I go back and look at the pic, and I look bloated as I don't know what. And I'm like, bro, I got to chill out drinking beer. You know what I mean? So, I put the beer down or whatever. But what I'm saying is, Ash Wednesday, it will help serve. It will serve as like a reminder for me, man. Let me look back and see what I've been doing, and see if there's something that I can give up, that I can sacrifice to get closer to the Lord. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I totally agree with Dave. I don't think it's just like, all right, that's the only time of the year that you have to do it. But I mean, hey, you don't say, all right, well, I'll put my flip flops up until the summer come out. You know what I'm saying? To the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Like you wait for that. Like so I don't. You see what I mean? Like you do everything else accordingly in a good season, and you respect it just like that. I just think that it's just like Dave said, it's a reminder. The same way people have revivals. It's not that you need a certain day. It's just that like, look, this is a good marker for you. If you like they say, if you need to get it together, reevaluate yourself. This is a good time. So I ain't saying that you have to do it, but it's more so like, why not? If you're not doing your personal one right now, it's like, why not? Dude, everybody has something they could be working on. Whether it's everybody has something they can work on. So
yeah,
it's like,
I agree with that.
So okay, so that brings a question: are you doing a personal one right now?
Yeah, I'm on the beer one with Dave. I've had beer since I said I wasn't gonna have it, but I've definitely cut back.
Yeah, we've had a lot less though. I can vouch for that. We've had, cause.
But don't you think though, like when you do like, all right, say y'all doing the beer thing, but y'all say we're gonna cut it off, and then we had a few. Now don't you think though, but when you have like it's the Easter fast, it's the Easter 40 days. Don't it like weigh more to you when you like, you know what? I ain't drinking. Cause I'll be honest with you. Maybe if I was fasting for, say, you know what I mean, me and Sharika wanted to do something, you know what I'm saying? I might would've, my man giving away those free drinks, I might would've drunk one. But because this was the Easter fast, like this was like the Lord's, like this was like his thing, you know what I'm saying? The resurrection, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna play with it. Like that's what it means. Like it just means more to me. So I guess I see it different though. I don't know.
Yeah, see for me, I guess that's my issue with it. Like if you're gonna fast any other time, it should be just as important to you. You shouldn't have to. And yeah, I believe in a higher calling. I don't know if I preface with saying all of that, but you shouldn't have to wait until that time for it to mean so much more to you.
Everybody don't have that same self-control though. So now you projecting your ability, your self-control on everybody else.
No, I'm just saying for me. I say you shouldn't have to wait. I'm not saying for everybody else. I'm saying that's why I don't agree with it. Or not agree, but I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle because I grew up doing the fast, and if you catch me right, I'll do the fast. I did the fast in 2015 as a part of a corporate body type fast, and I thought it was good. But I also believe, depending where you're going, there's supposed to be, for lack of a better word, there's supposed to be some gold at the end of the rainbow for you. And if your leader is teaching you that type of way, that after those 40 days you're supposed to be a better person, you're supposed to have some newfound stuff about you, you're supposed to be closer to God, all of that stuff. And if that stuff don't come, then
Well, I just think you weren't doing it right though. Like I think that people don't fast correctly, if that makes sense.
no, that's what Vince said too.
Yeah,
That they do part A without doing
I,
part B.
I completely agree with that. I just think that if you don't get something out of it, you didn't do it right. You didn't give up something of value. You didn't really experience what a sacrifice should feel like and learn from it and grow from it and ask for help to lead you away from temptation when you needed to and get the satisfaction of feeling what it feels like to be able to ask for help and receive that help and that sort of stuff. I just think that you got to put in the work, and I just think that's religion. Like God only helps people that help themselves. So you got to carry your end for you to get something out of it. That's just anything, in my opinion. Anything in religion, you got to carry up your end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not gonna get nothing out of it.
Yeah. So faith without works is dead. And you got to put in your work. And I think though, and like for me, like I give with the drinking, what I personally got out of it is that look, he's telling me, Vince, get you your crown and Sprite. You know what I mean? But you don't need that every weekend. Like you don't gotta have the crown every Friday, every Saturday in order for you to have fun, Vince. And I've been having some good fun these last 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long I've been going. I ain't even been trying to keep count no more because it like every time you try to keep count, like it makes it like worse. Like okay, I got 17 more days. Nah, it's not. I'm not like a fiend for it. It's not that serious. So now like I won't be drinking as much, man. I don't need it. Like I don't need it like I thought I did. And so I'm glad that I personally gave up drinking because it taught me that look, I have a personality beyond what the liquor can give me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Before Easter came, I gave up social media for the whole month of February. Now, granted, it was only 28 days, but it was just a point in my life where I was trying to focus on some other things, and I ain't need to be on Facebook and Instagram when I could be focusing on some other stuff. And I mean, anybody tell you I'm not on there like that. I'm on there now because I'm trying to push the Barbershop Talk podcast. I'm on there with a purpose. As Vince said last week, I think it was last week, trying to connect with some like-minded people that's trying to do some things, some movers and some shakers. And so, I mean, that's the point of me being on social media right now. But on just being on there just for the fun of it, nah, I'm not on there for that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I think I generally don't be on social media like that, so I completely agree.
Yeah. I want to, let's see, how much time we got? We got a couple more minutes. I want to ask y'all, and maybe y'all haven't, and I'll fill y'all in. Have y'all been seeing all the stuff going on with Pepsi?
I saw they had some type of controversial ad with Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, I seen it.
I ain't seen the ad, though.
So Pepsi called themselves trying to bridge the gap, if you will, between police and race relations and all of that stuff in America. And so they had Kylie Jenner at a like protest rally type thing, handing one of the police officers a can of Pepsi. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's been going in saying, man, all these black people, if you needed to save your life, all you had to do was give the police officer a can of Pepsi, you would have been good to go. And so there's pictures of like Martin Luther King being up in front of right in front of a police officer. And then there's been other pictures of other protesters doing similar things and getting like beat up and all types of stuff when they were just trying to talk to the police. And so basically what people are saying is that it was insensitive of Pepsi to put out a type of ad like that without thinking about the overall community that could be affected by something like that.
Okay, so all right. So every time something happens, I always think neutral. That's just how I think. I don't think like, oh, they did this, they shouldn't have did this, they was only trying to sell this, he didn't have a hood on, la la la. I'm always neutral with it. So my neutral opinion about this, I seen it, I hear the radio talking and all that. I see Martin Luther King daughter talking about dag, only if daddy knew the power of a Pepsi. I see all that and I get it. But I think, all right, I know Dave gonna come the opposite way with it probably, but this is what I think. From a standpoint of Pepsi, I can't speak for them, and I wish I was connected and making them M's, but I'm not. So I think that Pepsi were just trying to display that their product was so good that it just puts a smile on everybody's face, that it just brings joy to everybody when you enjoy a nice cold Pepsi. That's look, now don't laugh because y'all see, look, I'm serious right now. Y'all laughing, man. Look, I think that's all they were trying to say is that, listen, no matter what's going on in the world, take time, have yourself a cold Pepsi, and see, don't you feel better? Almost like, you're hungry, grab a Snicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's all they were trying to say. I think they went about it wrong because they use somebody that is irrelevant like a mofo, you know what I'm saying, in Kylie. Like, she's not even the most popular, you know what I'm saying? Like they shouldn't use her. They tell me that she was the only white person in the whole ad. I didn't see the ad, but this is what they were telling that she was the only white person. Everybody else was all other races, Hispanic, Latino, African American, etc. So I think they went about it wrong, but do I think that the gist was to disrespect everything that's been going on in the last 2 and 3 years? I don't think so. I just think that they were trying to, put Pepsi on a pedestal. For real.
I actually don't disagree with you that much, bro. I think that I agree that I think the intention was not terrible. I just think it was bad execution.
Right.
And I think that's okay. I agree with you, man. I'm pretty neutral, man. People make mistakes, and I think that Pepsi they took a risk that they have to take because they're not as big as Coke. But shout out to Pepsi because I'm from New Bern. We made Pepsi.
Birthplace.
You know what I'm saying?
Birthplace of Pepsi.
Maybe I'm biased a little bit, but I think they got to take more risk than Coke because they not as big as Coke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they put themselves out there and they got burned. But I think that their intention was not to be disrespectful. I don't think it was to be disrespectful on purpose. I think that would be stupid for them to have been disrespectful to black people or to minorities in general.
Right.
I just think again it was bad execution or whatever. But I think I think what they were trying to do. My interpretation is a little different. I think they were trying to say that, man, there's things that we all have in common, and of course, them being Pepsi, they were saying Pepsi is something that we all can enjoy, and it's something that we all have. We can all agree on that, and that's something we all have in common. And I think that's true. There's things in the world that all races have in common, and that all races enjoy. I just think that the way that they went about it and the way they put it together, they may have not got that message across.
Right.
But I'm not mad at Pepsi. I'm not gonna boycott Pepsi behind this. I'm not.
Oh no.
None of that stuff. You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting though? And it goes back to the Donald Trump conversation and the LeVar Ball conversation. Whether they did this on purpose or not, everybody talking about them. So whether they made a mistake or they did it on purpose, everybody talking about Pepsi right now. Yeah. So I'm sure that their sales about to go through the roof.
Yeah, no bad press. No press is bad press.
If people don't believe that,
yeah. So I'm just waiting for one of us to slip up on the podcast so we can release it and then just blow up. Whatever y'all want to throw that out there one episode, just do it. We don't edit nothing, so throw that out there and then we gonna blow up. Look, a couple more things before we get out of here. We talked about this before we got on the air tonight. We've been getting a lot of support, y'all, and we definitely appreciate it. Definitely keep it coming. Just a few names. We're going to name drop, which we don't really normally do. But I was talking to my cousin Pernell the other night about something that was totally non-related to the podcast. But he was sure to say when he got off the phone, hey, man, I can't wait for tomorrow. I know that Barbershop Talk podcast about to drop. I can't wait to see what y'all talking about. That's the highlight of my day. And I'm thinking like, wow, that's amazing. For he our cousin, but he don't gotta listen to the podcast. He don't have to say that. And
Yeah.
so that was it was a real a great feeling to hear somebody say some things like that. And so I actually put that in our group chat and let the boys know about that. And
Yeah.
then uh, our mom, she always listens to the podcast as soon as it come out. And then I didn't even know, Vincent, you maybe knew this, but Deer listening to the podcast too.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
So I mean, I don't know if y'all got some people that y'all want to shout out, but I definitely thought like, shout out to Pernell, my mom, and Deer for definitely listening to the podcast.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Since we're doing shout outs, man, I want to shout out a couple people, man. First, I want to shout out, man, the boy Braylon Cherry, man. Him and Braxton, Flight Scully and all that. Like they doing their thing, man, and I really respect them, yo, because they always show love. And I just went and copped some gear from the day. Cause I had lost my other gear, man, so I had to re up on their gear, man. They doing their thing. I respect them. Also, I want to shout out my boy Luther, man, Big L, whatever you want to call him, twin. Luther Singleton, man. I want to shout out him, man, cause he always show love. Every time he see me, it's nothing but love. He always give me nothing but straight nuggets, like good wisdom, like Vince. Yo, I'm proud of you. I see how you doing with your wife. I see how you doing like with the kids. I see how you doing, with your podcast, all that. So I just want to shout out Luther, Braxton, and Braylon, man. I just want to shout y'all out. Yo, good work. Yo, keep grinding, do your thing. The grind never stops.
Yeah, I got a few names, man. And it's just been really since the first episode, man. I want to shout out Boot. Boot been down since day one.
Yeah.
Jerron, I think I already shouted out Jerron one time. Like last week, Trey called me and was talking about the podcast, so I appreciate that. Durante, and really everybody I named, they got their own things going on, so y'all make sure y'all support them also. And I also want to say that even though the common thread between all of us is New Bern and the podcast is much bigger than New Bern, so I'm sure I'm leaving people out that's not in New Bern or is not New Bern related. And I haven't forgot y'all, but it's just you kind of what happens with things like this is the people that are closest to you, they kind of you deal with them most, and it work out from there. So if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but the support has been humbling. I can't thank y'all enough. This, to be really honest, completely honest, it's grown faster than I anticipated, and people have supported it more than I anticipated. Cause really, we just do this anytime we get together. I mean, it's just us talking. Like, it's not nothing special.
Yeah.
And so
that's real.
The fact that people actually taking time out of their day to listen and download apps and subscribe and all that.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And I wanna make it a point to just let people know that y'all are doing y'all things. Well, everybody we name is doing positive things. And so not only support us, just make sure you support your neighbors, man. So I'm gonna actually roll that into my nugget, and it kind of go back to last week, is that we gotta, like Vince was saying, man, we gotta support each other. So the shout out is bigger than just shouting people out. It's just like y'all shout, like when we shouting them out, y'all go check them out and see what they doing, because they doing positive things.
Right.
And we support each other. We go a long ways.
What you got, Vito?
Man, look, I just wanna challenge everybody to think outside the box. Like, yeah, we have, the thoughts that we have in the middle of the night, and when we can't sleep, and we think that we just tripping and we just dreaming. Nah, you're not just tripping, and you're not just dreaming. Like, look, I'm a firm believer that dreams do become reality. I'm telling you, think outside the box. If you can think it, look, man, you can really, really, really do it. So look, don't think that whatever you're thinking is too absurd. Tap into it, find the resources, whatever you need to do to get it going, get it started, and make it happen.
Yeah, that's what's up. My nugget gonna be short and sweet, man. I watched the NCAA championship game on Monday night, and I'm watching the game, I'm enjoying it, but throughout the whole thing, I'm thinking like, what North Carolina feels to like lose last year. They got that on their shoulder. That chip is on their shoulder on Monday night. So my nugget is, it don't matter how you get there. And then once you get there, you know how it feels. Because the worst thing is not losing. The worst thing is let's say you make it to the league and you live in a lifestyle, and then you ain't in the league no more, and you got to go back home and be on the corner or doing whatever, or you get the high paying job and you live in a lifestyle and you ain't putting in the work to keep that job and that lifestyle, and so you got to go back to like working at McDonald's or doing something like that. So what I'm saying is, once you get there, you put in the work to stay there, and if you can't stay there, you know what it feel like, so you need to go obtain that lifestyle that you were used to. So you do what you got to do to get it.
That's what's up, man.
So with that being said, we'll catch y'all next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Yo, peace.